Would you like to learn how to get someone to like you? Then watch this entire video where I share and explain a super effective tip on how to get someone to like you, not in a manipulative way, but in a genuine way. So before we start this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to learn more about psychology, self-development, and how to reduce suffering in life, and also dating. Okay, let's get into it. Now, I will share some advice on how to get someone to like you, and this is a mistake that people make all the time. I see it regularly, that people do the opposite of this and actually maybe push people away. And if you can flip this thing around, people will like you very quickly. Let's get into it. Now, to introduce the intuition behind my advice, I will explain a little bit of a story first. So, I feel like humans are always on the brink of feeling worthless and like they are not enough. They feel like they are ignored in society or by their friends and their family and their social circles. They want validation. So, the feeling of not being enough is the underlying motivation for your ego. Let's say, you want to wear expensive clothes to compensate for the fact that you're not enough. You want to have an admirable job because if you strip the reputation from the job away, all you're left with is with your naked self, in metaphorical terms, and you're afraid of not being enough in your pure, naked self. So you want that job, you want that car, you want that house, you want that money, you want the girls around you or the guys around you. And just for the fact to compensate for that, you're not enough. And that's why very insecure people who feel like they're not enough actually have very big egos in order to protect themselves. Now, this example can be made for any type of ego. If it's like you want to look good or you want to be very intelligent, it goes in all ways. Now, the key here, the tip, this is the punchline. If you can make someone feel like they are enough, that they might be of some value, they will love you and adore you as time goes along. But they will like it, they will really like it if you show this to them. Now, I have learned an excellent way how to achieve this, how to make somebody feel like they are enough, or to indicate it at least. Okay. You need to acknowledge their existence, because if you acknowledge their existence, it means you are of some value to them. You are interested in them. Now, you only ever really acknowledge someone's interest if they are of potential value to them. If they're of no value, why would you even care? Here's an example, or the intuition behind it. Humans have evolved away from apes to a physical form and a facial form, more specifically the eyes, where the eyes on the outside are white and not filled with brown or black. If you look at gorillas' eyes, they're fully black. However, we have whites around our eyes. Now, your eyesight is very delicate and focuses on detecting whether somebody is looking at you. And the white around your eyes on other people helps you detect if they're looking at you. And we have evolved out of this because it helps you survive. Survival of the fittest, the strong genes, or those that are able to adapt and survive, they propagate, and those that aren't able to survive die off. Hence, the people with the whites around their eyes survive. And that's because you can detect if somebody is looking at you. And that's it's only relevant because if somebody's looking at you, it means they either want to kill you or they want to trade with you or are of some value to you. And all of those points are very important for your survival, because if they want to kill you, you either better run or you better get ready to fight. Or if they want to trade with you, you could get some sort of value out of this. You could build some wealth. And That's why if you look at someone and acknowledge their existence, it indicates that they are of value to you. They are relevant to you, let's say. And that's something we can play on now. So if you give a way to indicate or acknowledge someone's existence by looking at them, for example, that's great. Now, an excellent way, this is the punchline, this is the actual tip, is asking them questions during a conversation. Ask someone a question, multiple questions during a conversation. Show genuine interest and give your undivided attention to someone. It's as simple as that. And I see it being done wrong very often. People just talk about themselves in conversations without asking questions, and the other person just doesn't really like that and just wants to leave. Because if you ask questions and give your undivided attention, it means the other person is of value to you and not worthless, and that's it. How do you implement this practically? If you're talking to someone you've never met before and would like to get them to like you, ask them questions and let them talk. People love to talk about themselves. So this is a plus if you let them do that. They love it, they love it, they love it. And you may be aware of it yourself. You enjoy to tell somebody about yourself. And when they're talking, ask them questions that follow up on what they said. So if they're talking about their job, ask them details about their job, because this means that you're truly listening and acknowledging them. It means that you are investigating and trying to understand their value. They love that. You are acknowledging them. You are showing that they are of value, that they are not worthless. But it's very important here to make sure you communicate this genuinely. It needs to be genuine, because if it's forced, they will notice it. Then they will know it's synthesized. Now, I don't endorse trying to manipulate people to get them to like you, but it's good to show interest. It's polite, it's respectful. That's why I sort of can recommend it. You can also nod your head whilst they're talking, because it indicates that you are listening actively. Ask them about their personal life, because this is what they truly care about. You know, it's their identity, it's what they protect, it's the core of their life. It's like their value, their real value. And if you show interest in that, then they will more likely to feel like you understand them, and you will show them validation, because you comprehend what they're going through and who they really are. And that's wonderful for a human to feel that. And so I can also encourage becoming conscious of this in conversations. When somebody asks you a question, how do you feel? And try this out. Let somebody talk. Let them be the focus of the conversation. They will like you for that. They will really enjoy that if you let them talk. So that's a great way to get someone to feel, or to get someone to like you, because they feel like you have validated them. You've indicated that they are of value and not worthless, and that's wonderful for humans. I also find it great for myself. If somebody asks me questions, I like it. Okay, so in conclusion, humans have a deep sense of maybe not being enough or feeling worthless. And if you can find a way to communicate that they are of value, they will love you for it. They will really like you for it. And that is best done, I think, in conversation, by asking them questions, acknowledging their existence, look in their eyes, ask them questions, details, so it shows that you're listening, and it will indicate validation to a degree. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to learn more about these sort of interpersonal tips, self-development, dating, and how to reduce suffering in life. Okay guys, that was it. Thank you for listening.